obviously, the game, we were a little bit surprised at the beginning of the game because these games are usually more high-tempo type games, and they were just very content on pushing the ball around in the back and not really going anywhere with it, and sort of taking the air out of the ball, and trying to slow things down. So I thought we did a good job in the first half of not falling into their trap of getting stretched and pushing up too high. We felt that we could have attacked a little bit quicker at times when we picked up the ball, that we then also turned and had possession, but we weren't looking to make those runs in behind. That was one of the things we talked about at halftime. So I thought we did a better job in the second half of trying to make runs in behind their defense. I think we caused their defense to turn a little bit. There were still times where I thought we could have taken on their outside backs 1v1, and we didn't do that quite enough. We got a goal. I thought we deserved a goal at that point. They certainly put on some pressure towards the end, but we held it off, and we're happy with the victory.
Don?
What did you make of Scott's performance in the back going in for Washington?
I thought Zach was good. He's Mr. Reliable. He just comes through and he takes care of business. He does his job. He wins his headers. He's very good at talking and organized. And organizing. It's just for him at this stage of his career. Games are a little bit easier than practice at times. And you see a different level from him in games than you see at practice. But I thought both he and Evans, I thought both had a good game. There was really only one real mistake there where I thought Brad left his feet one time on Rudy when Rudy had the good look. Outside of that, I thought the two of them, along with Mears and Remick, I thought our back four was really solid.
What was the message at halftime, and what kind of allowed you guys to speed things up a little bit in the second half?
Message at halftime was simply that, we've got to play balls and move after we play the ball, look to get behind. Tried to get Olba out a couple of times, even off punts from Stefan Fry. Tyrone had Olba actually naked, and he just mishit the ball. If he puts that over the top, I think we get in. Wanted Nagel to take on Filifana a little bit more because we were happy with him coming to the right side and pushing Pop over to the left, and we thought we could exploit that, and we just didn't do it quite quick enough. We waited a little bit too long.
Why Gonzo for Rose in the middle, and what was it about Gonzo's player that you thought he'd be a better fit for tonight?
I think we got good players. We got to make sure that they stay connected with the team and stay involved. And so, you look at our midfielders, and I think Rose obviously came in and did well for us also. And, Gonzo, I thought, had a very good game for us today. And there's going to be certain times where, it might be, Papa might be out or Nagel might be out. But, I think we got to keep all those guys connected and involved in the game. And, I think it shows our depth that we can play. But I thought Gonzo and Ozzy were good today.
When the instruction was to play the ball from the midfield, was it lateral, was it forward, what was...
Well, we were trying to get in behind, but a lot of times we were playing into the feet of our forwards, which was our game plan going in, that we wanted to play into the feet of our forwards and then get it back out wide, which I thought we did a couple of times really well. But at times, especially in the first half, our wide players would play the ball back inside and would sort of stay where we needed them to go. Tyrone got in on the overlap a few times in the first half. Remick got in a few more times in the second half. So the thing was to try and get behind their defense a little bit more.
Yes. Another start for Remick tonight. What have you seen from him, and how has he really come along this season with a lot of starts?
I think his confidence is up. I thought he had a good game tonight. I thought his game last week, was so-so. And it was really good to see him come back from a so-so game and have, I thought, a really strong game tonight. Especially at the end, he had Nagby pushing out there a little bit, although he came inside a bit. But I thought he did a good job with Asperia. They eventually took Asperia out of the game, so that's always a good sign for a defender. It means you're doing a good job. And I thought he was solid today. I thought his headers, he was good in the air today as well for us.
Just in general, how do you see the ship sailing right now, particularly with 3 road games coming up?
Oh, we've always shown ourselves to be a good road team, so we're not afraid to go on the road. We just want to keep going at this stage. I think we've won 3 out of our last 4. We want to keep that going. We got 13 points now in 7 games, so we're happy with that. We want to come back from these 3 road games with as many points as possible. I don't go into it and say, well, if we get 4 points out of these 3 games, we'll be happy. That's never the way I look at it. We want to maximize everything that we can do at all times. So I think every time you win a game, your team gets a little more confident. Last year defensively, obviously, we gave up some goals. You look at our defense this year, I think we're, if not at the top of the league, we're very close to the top of the league defensively. And, that'll always keep you in games and give you opportunities to win games like tonight.
Maybe minus the fumble there at the very end. How do you feel about Stefan's performance, and where is he at maybe now as compared to where he was last year when he was still coming back from
Yeah. Steph came up to me after the game and said, sorry about that. I made it more exciting than it needed to be. And I said, just think back where you were a year ago, how far you've come. And so I'm just really happy for him because I think he's showing, our fans here, and I think he's showing people around the league the quality of goalkeeper that he is.
You touched on it a little bit in your opening remarks, but did you expect anything different from Portland early on for them to be a little bit more open than they were?
I expected them to try and get forward a little bit more, to try and be a little more direct. So I was a little bit surprised that they were so conservative at the beginning of the game and so content to play deep. But obviously that was their game plan, and they upped the tempo in the second half.
First back-to-back wins of the season, how important is it to get this momentum given the long road stretch ahead?
Always good, to win back-to-back. To win, is good. You can't win 3 in a row until you win 2 in a row. So now our next objective is to try and win 3 in a row. So we'll get after it again. I mean, the next game is going to be an interesting game because it's on an interesting field. Not just a history of Yankee Stadium, but it's just a game that'll play differently because it's going to be a minuscule field. It's going to be small. There's going to be a lot of contests in the air and things like that. So it'll be an interesting contest.
On Leo Gonzalez, I've seen him put him into the later part of the game for the last 2. Is that planned or is that due to a certain situation?
No, with Leo, later in the game, obviously leading 1-0, we wanted him to help shore it up for us defensively. When we brought him on for Marco Papa, but Leo's been great. I mean, he's a great pro. He's been training hard. I know for him it's disappointing that I've been playing Remick, but with Leo, you never notice anything. He comes out and he trains hard every day, and his opportunities will come. He's an important player for our team, and there's going to be opportunities for him as the season moves forward.
A quick synopsis on Clint, please. He comes back, scores the goal, and he always seems to do well against Portland. Last season, he had 5 goals. Can you talk a little bit about Clint overall?
If players get up for derby games. This is a derby game, and Clint is, trying to leave his impression. Oba has done well in these games as well. So, as long as those 2 guys continue to do well, we'll be happy about the opportunities to play Portland.
Jeremiah.
Going back to Leo, is that the situation where is Remick now the starter there, or is that how would you describe that situation?
I would describe it as I have 2 starting left fullbacks, and right now I'm playing Remick. And the thing is, if you come and you watch us at training, Lejo works and Remick, they work together all the time. They're all the time talking about what's the upcoming opponent. They're working on each other's game, trying to help each other out. So I got 2 starting left backs right now. I'm choosing to play Remick, but I'm equally confident in Leo.